Howie Mandel, the 70-year-old America's Got Talent judge, didn't hold back when Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos tried to compliment him on live TV. What started as routine birthday praise became instantly tense, revealing why age-based compliments rubbed him the wrong way on the spot. Fire quick facts. Incident date, Monday, March 23, 2026, on Live with Kelly and Mark. Mandel's age, turned 70 in November, celebrated on the show. The complaint, called the "You look great for 70" comment a backhanded compliment. His comparison, said it was like telling someone, "You're smart for a stupid person." The awkward birthday moment on live TV. Mandel appeared on Live with Kelly and Mark to celebrate his recent 70th birthday milestone. When Mark Consuelos opened with "You just celebrated 70 years," Ripa immediately chimed in saying, "It doesn't make any sense." The AGT judge questioned the odd phrasing, setting the stage for what came next. Consuelos then complimented his appearance, saying, "You look great." That's when Mandel snapped. He immediately fired back, "I look great? That doesn't mean anything to me." The studio audience fell into awkward silence as the tension escalated on the live broadcast. Mandel refused to accept the compliment at face value, insisting there was a hidden message. Howie Mandel calls out Kelly Ripa's backhanded compliment on live TV, reveals intense workout. Shrinking renewed for Season 4 at Apple TV, confirming hit comedy continues. Why great for 70 became a problem. Mandel's frustration centered on semantics. He didn't like that the hosts were implying, "You look great for your age." According to Mandel, adding the age caveat fundamentally changed the meaning. The comedian explained, "I don't like that because that's a caveat." He emphasized that saying 70 before the compliment made it conditional and age-focused. Ripa tried to argue they meant he just looks good, period, but Consuelos admitted he was indeed making an age-related comment. To illustrate his point, Mandel compared it to saying, "It's like saying, you're smart for a stupid person." The analogy drew laughter from the studio, diffusing some tension. Ripa insisted they weren't saying he looks great for 70, but Mandel wasn't convinced by the clarification, standing firm in his interpretation. How did they resolve it? Mandel eased the tension by laughing at the situation and acknowledging his own vanity. "I'll be serious for a minute," he said dramatically. "I'm gorgeous. I am." The admission brought relief to the room, and Ripa responded warmly, saying, "You're a thing of beauty." The three moved forward with the interview, though the exchange had made its mark on viewers. This moment highlighted generational attitudes toward aging and entertainment, and how casual compliments can carry unintended weight. Howie Mandel, America's Got Talent judge. The secret to looking younger, an intense workout routine. After the tense exchange settled, Mandel revealed the real secret behind his youthful appearance. He credited his friend Jerry O'Connell, a fellow TV host and actor, with introducing him to an unconventional fitness regimen. According to Mandel, "It's the most ridiculous workout I've ever done in my life." The routine involves swimming cables tied to his ankles and anchored to the pool wall, combined with frying pan paddles. Mandel swims for an hour, while remaining stationary, going nowhere as he put it. Despite the unconventional nature, he emphasized it's really good for fitness. Mandel even admitted he gets so lost in it that he travels with the equipment to different cities and hotels. Is age just a number in entertainment? This moment raises important questions about how we discuss aging in Hollywood. Mandel's pushback suggests that age-qualified compliments can inadvertently emphasize what society views as decline. By saying someone looks great for their age, we're comparing them to an imagined baseline of what 70 should look like, rather than celebrating how they actually look. Mandel's reaction serves as a reminder that these seemingly innocent remarks carry hidden implications. His refusal to accept the conditional nature of the praise showed self-awareness about aging discourse in entertainment. The studio lights were brighter than usual that morning. Or at least it felt that way. Inside the sleek, polished set of Live with Kelly and Mark, everything was running exactly as planned. The cameras were aligned. The audience was energized. The cue cards were ready. It was Monday, March 23, 2026. Another routine show. Another celebrity guest. Another lighthearted conversation meant to entertain millions. But sometimes the smallest moments, just a few words, can shift everything. And on this day they did. Chapter 1, The Milestone. Backstage, Howie Mandel adjusted his jacket and glanced at his reflection. 70. The number lingered in his mind, not as a burden, but as a reality. He didn't feel 70. He didn't think like someone society labeled as 70. And he certainly didn't want to be defined by it. A producer peeked in. "We're ready for you, Howie." He smiled. "Always." Out on stage, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos were already mid-conversation, building anticipation for the guest. "And joining us today," Kelly said with excitement, "someone who just celebrated a huge milestone." The audience leaned forward. Chapter 2, the introduction. "Howie Mandel." Mark announced. Applause erupted. Howie walked out, waving, smiling, soaking in energy. This was familiar territory. Comfortable territory. But what came next? Wasn't. Chapter 3, the compliment. Mark leaned forward casually. "You just celebrated 70 years, he said. Kelly immediately reacted. "That doesn't make any sense," she exclaimed, laughing. "You don't look 70. It sounded harmless. Even kind. Then Mark added, "You look great." That's when everything changed. Chapter 4, the shift. Howie's smile paused. Just for a second. "I don't like that," he said. The room froze. Kelly blinked. "What?" "I don't like that," he repeated. "That's a caveat." The audience shifted uncomfortably. Mark frowned slightly. "What do you mean?" Howie leaned forward. "When you say you look great, right after saying I'm 70, what you're really saying is, you look great for your age." Silence. Real, heavy silence. Chapter 5, the hidden meaning. Kelly shook her head quickly. No, we didn't mean it like that." But Howie wasn't backing down. "That's exactly what it means," he said. "You're attaching a condition." He paused, letting it sink in. "It's not just you look great. It's, you look great considering." Mark exhaled slowly. "I guess, yeah," he admitted. "There is some of that." And just like that, the conversation turned. Chapter 6, the comparison. Howie leaned back slightly, then delivered the line that would echo far beyond the studio. "It's like saying," he began, "you're smart for a stupid person." The audience erupted in laughter. But it wasn't just funny. It was uncomfortable. Because it was true. The analogy cut through the moment like a blade, exposing something people rarely questioned. Chapter 7, the debate. Kelly leaned forward, determined. "We're not saying that," she insisted. "We're saying you look great. Period." Howie tilted his head. "Then don't mention the age," he said simply. That landed. Mark rubbed his hands together. "Okay, fair point." But the tension remained. Not hostile. Not angry. Just real. Chapter 8, breaking the tension. Then suddenly Howie smiled. "I'll be serious for a minute," he said dramatically. The audience leaned in again. "I'm gorgeous." The room exploded with laughter. Relief washed over the set. Kelly clapped her hands. "Yes. That's the energy." "You're a thing of beauty," she added warmly. And just like that, the tension dissolved. Chapter 9, what was really said. But something had shifted. Even as the laughter continued, the earlier moment lingered. Because Howie hadn't just rejected a compliment. He had challenged an idea. The idea that aging needed to be softened, qualified, explained. Chapter 10, the workout reveal. "So what's your secret?" Mark asked, eager to lighten the mood. Howie grinned. "You really want to know?" "Yes," Kelly said. "I swim," he replied. "Okay," Mark nodded. "That's normal." "With cables attached to my ankles." Kelly blinked. "What?" "And paddles on my hands," Howie continued. "Like frying pans." The audience laughed again. "I swim for an hour and go nowhere." Chapter 11, controlled resistance. "It's resistance training," Howie explained. "The cables keep you in place. So you're just stuck." Kelly asked. "Exactly," he said. "Moving but not moving." Mark laughed. "That sounds like life." Howie nodded. "It kind of is." Chapter 12, getting lost. "I get lost in it," Howie said more quietly. "In the water. In my head." The tone shifted again. "It's the only place where everything slows down," he added. "No expectations. No labels. No age." Chapter 13, Kelly's truth. Kelly leaned back, thoughtful. "You know," she said, "I don't do the things I used to do anymore." "Like what?" Mark asked. "Stunts," she replied. "Crazy challenges. Things that felt easy before. And now," she smiled, "now I think about breaking a hip." The audience laughed. But again, there was truth. Chapter 14, fear versus wisdom. "It's not just fear," Kelly clarified. "It's awareness." "How so?" Howie asked. "When you're younger, you don't think about consequences," she said. "Now you do." Mark nodded. "You calculate more." "And sometimes," Kelly added, "you choose not to jump at all." Chapter 15, A New Perspective. Howie's right about one thing, Mark said. What's that? Kelly asked. Maybe we shouldn't qualify compliments. Kelly nodded slowly. Maybe you look great should just mean you look great. Howie smiled. Exactly. Chapter 16, The Bigger Picture. Later that day, clips of the moment spread across social media. Viewers debated, discussed, analyzed. Was Howie right? Were the hosts wrong? Or was it just a misunderstanding? Chapter 17, The Real Issue. The truth was more complicated, because the moment wasn't just about one compliment. It was about perception, about how society views aging, and how language shapes that view. Chapter 18, Redefining Aging. For Howie, turning 70 wasn't something to defend. It wasn't something to soften. It was something to own. I'm gorgeous, he had said. Half joke, half statement, but fully intentional. Final chapter, The Lasting Impact. Back on set, as the show wrapped, everything seemed normal again. The smiles, the laughter, the routine. But something had changed. Because for a brief moment, live television had done something rare. It had stopped being scripted, stopped being safe, and became real.